Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a big show lined up, and this is a show that we just get so much feedback on. I'm just very appreciative. Our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and the hard-working crew up there taking care of our comfort needs, and who doesn't want to be comfortable, okay? Looking at high today, talking about comfortable, how about a high today of 71 and a low of 48? That's a pretty comfortable day. Our water temperature, this is what I want to talk a second about. Folks, it jumped up. Last time I gave it, in fact, I'm going to tell you, last time I gave it was last week, it was 63. This morning, 66.1. 66 degrees, that's the biggest jump we've had this year, and it can be reflected by some of the pictures I'm going to show you later with some of the pompano that was caught over the weekend. So it's, now it's not going to stay up there, it's going to sort of drop back down just like this, but anyway, that's a big jump, and that's an early jump. Here it is, but here we are, the first day of March, and you see what we see. River readings, take a look at the Apalachicola, Bluntstown, 10.6, and it's just still high. The Apalachicola River is high. The Choctaw at Carabelle, 5.4, got a slow, steady drop to it. It's looking good. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good strong tides. You're looking at a high tide, a low tide this morning at exactly 6:47 and a high tide at 9:34 tonight. And the marine forecast, when this cool weather we had is still coming out of the north, very gentle, about 8 to 9, and tonight it dropped down to about 3 or 4 coming out of the north. So a really pretty day to start off March the 1st. All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We got a lot of pictures to show, so let's get on them right now. We got all kinds of advertisements, but things going on. But the first one, just to inform you, the concealed carry permit class. This is up here in, here it is right here. This is hosted by Chef Donnie Edenfield up in Jackson County. It's going to be Saturday, March the 12th, okay, 9 o'clock, so call the sheriff's office, and it's $35 donation fee. All right, the concealed carry class, okay. This is good. Some of us need to post this, especially where everybody's doing, why are you littering? Check it off. I'm a jerk, check it off. I don't care about natural areas, check it off. Mommy still cleans up after me, check it off, or all the above. That we need to put that somewhere. This was funny. I think all of us go through this. This is when you tell me we need more milk, not here. Okay, see the line right there. Now, Gail got a kick out of this because we're always talking about need milk, and well, almost, but that's good. Panama City Fishing. Any idea how much longer is on their fishing page? How much longer until Spanish are running? And Mr. B.E. Donner posted, Winston Chester at Panhandle Outdoors says water temperature of 67 degrees and a third fog in March. I go when I see poster folks catching them. That is true, but I do say that third fog in March. That's not me. That's going back to the old timers. That's where I got that from. Ned Maxwell up there in Chattahoochee, Panhandle Outdoors, Winston Chester gets the top spot. I need more stickers. Something out on the back of his, look there, back of his car. Look at there, Team Panhandle Outdoor stickers. I told him I'm gonna give him something special next time I see him. All right, got that one. When you really got a big bass on and you just can't let it go. That was an old picture I saw the other day. After rifle season, it's up north, but it's the deer gather for the annual Miss Me Festival, or Nana Nana Boo Boo Festival. But that's a herd right there. This is Ken Paramore and this is Ken Paramore and Stan Kirkland back when they first started turkey hunting. They had to try to find the turkeys this way. Gobbling, they're going to be gobbling. You can hear them this morning. I want to mention this. Friends of St. Joseph State Park, Ranger James Skinner, he's in Florida month. He's been there 35 years, and here's James right there in the center. I want to congratulate him. He's been at St. Joe Park a long time, and he knows a lot about there. I've known him a good long time, and he's just a good ranger. I enjoy talking to him. He knows a lot about the park there, so good job, Mr. Skinner. Mike McGraw has been doing well on the pompano. He went out there, this is over the weekend, a 13-inch pompano in the first 5 minutes. And I missed a bite, shrimp and a fish bite, okay? A shrimp and a fish bite. But here, and then, how about his wife, Amy, pulled it in well. She ran toward the beach, she thought it was off. Took a reel, that makes 2. They caught 2 that day. Enjoyed it with friends in the sunset. That is a good picture there. Mike and Amy McGraw. And that's what we call the scouts. And that's what he called a true scout pompano. And that's what we were talking about this time of year. We did get the right poster. Thank Mike Fitzgerald. This is the right, okay, this is for this weekend now. And this is the phone number for Laura, 873-3583. So here we go right here. If you want to take that class there at the Gulf Coast College, or you can't do it this Saturday, next week. Richard Lawrence, how to catch it. These are, folks, the shell cracker bit good this weekend. I got several pictures of the shell cracker. In fact, let's see. We had a mess of them, but anyway, Camilla Hare Hudson up there in Lynn Haven, that's a little slider that got it by a pool. And you see the size of it? They're really small, the size of a quarter. Our pool rescue, Camilla Hare Hudson now. Jose Ponce, he had a good day. Look at there. Jose is a fine fisherman. He spends a lot of time on the water, and that's how you do it. This is interesting. This was a couple of days ago. This is a carcass, okay, where deer have been cleaned, and you know, instead of throwing them in a dump and all that, don't throw them in the water, but take them back to the woods somewhere. Check out this picture. Is that not a great game camera picture of that eagle? And they're carnivorous, and they'll come in there and eat some of that along with the vultures and everything else, and coyotes. So it don't go to waste. It sort of recycles nature. Good picture there. And we'll come back with Versey Cruz. I did want to show, let me see, I might have 1 or 2 more. This is interesting here. The redfish tournament. I want to show you, let's show you the redfish tournament right here. Just had it this past weekend, the Florida Redfish Series. Here are the winners. Team Skeet, that's Ken Koob and Mike Patterson. Second place, T.H. Marine, Brad Hounshall and Michael Cowart. Third place, Anthony Watson and Jacob Wright. Fourth place, Braden Harris and Joe Myers. And here are the pictures right here. That's, let's see, here's first place right there. A check for what, $1,000. Second place, T.H. Marine there. Let's see. Here's third place. Second place right here. All right, and then that's third place. Fourth place, there you go, fourth place right there. Okay, $800. Good job, Joe and Braden. All right, that was a good tournament this past weekend. Let's take our break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I want to share some things with you. Gail and I over the weekend went down to Daytona Beach to the International, not the 500, but Antique Fishing Tackle Show. We used to go a lot, but the last 4 or 5 years we sort of hadn't been able to go because of various things, travel, volleyball, then Hurricane Michael, and the pandemic, so they didn't have it last year. So went back this year and got to see a lot of old friends and had a wonderful time and participated in some of the auction, or the big auction. And anyway, I got a video coming up, and we'll probably have it next Monday. We had a video of the trip we had. We had a wonderful time. We really enjoyed that. And anyway, I want to show you something I want to share with you. It's the fishing lure collectors, people that just have a deep appreciation of the early American-made fishing tackle. And I want to share one of them. I want to share with you because it's appropriate to this day and time we're having here with the situation. This is what we call the jitterbug. You see all these jitterbugs right here? This is a collection of jitterbugs. Jitterbugs always been special to me because it's unique. A guy named Fred Arbogast invented a jitterbug, and I always look up a history. So we collect mainly not American-made, because so many of them. Gail and I sort of focus on Florida-made, and this was a Florida tackle show. But there's always, the other stuff too. So the jitterbug's always been a cool one. I've got a collection of them, and they were Fred Arbogast from Akron, Ohio. And I'm reading up on his history. I've known this for a while. I just want to share this with you because it's just interesting. Here's a picture of him right here. This is Fred Arbogast, and this is a book. They wrote a biography on him, but he's an interesting guy. And you can tell he's a serious fisherman. He graduated from high school, listen to this, in 1913, and went to work at Goodyear Tire and Rubber right there in Akron. And he just didn't like it. He loved fishing. He always was disappointed as a youngster because he didn't catch a lot of fish. And as a grown man, he wanted to catch a lot of fish, so he just started tinkering, and he started coming up with inventions and making fishing lures, and people started buying them. So he started the Fred Arbogast Company, and he actually he did a hula popper. He was the first one to get some rubber and put it around the lure because he worked at a tire company, and he was able to do that. Very inventive guy. He put out 11 different lures, and he was a national champion in casting. In high school, he was a running back. Akron Central was Ohio State champions. I always look up this stuff and see if they played ball in high school. He did that, so he was a cool guy. He made the 10 liz, and anyway, what happened? We came up with a jitterbug, and it was very unique because of the lip right here. Here's a jitterbug. Notice how that lip right there, and it sort of wiggles back and forth. Okay, and this is the old one. And this is the old frog. This is one of my favorite patterns, old frog. And it came out with it in the 1930s. And it was making a metal lip. I don't know if you noticed, that's a metal lip on it. So what I wanted to tie in what's going on today, when World War II broke out, there was still a lot of people fishing. The older guys that couldn't go to the war, a lot of them were fishing, and so they were still buying plugs. But it's remarkable in American history that they were able to do this, and how things change, and because what happened, they came up, all the metal in America was going toward making planes and tanks and Jeeps. So they didn't have metal to put on fishing lures, but it didn't deter him. He said he wanted to help out, so he said, we'll still make the jitterbug, but we're going to make it with a plastic lip. Okay, so here's the one. This is a plastic lip right here. Let's see, right, look at there. That was made between 1940 and 41 and 45, this plastic lip. But you see, and the cool thing about it, and that's in mint condition, but that's an old plug. But see the plastic on it? I just thought how innovative they were able to switch over and do that and keep making it. And it showed the sacrifice all of America was making toward the war effort. And you see the situation today over Ukraine, and it just breaks your heart. And it just all this, it's a lot more serious than something like this, or having to sacrifice the metal and all. But it just shows how when you're at war, how things just change the whole society from the smallest level to the highest level. And I wanted to share that with you. I just one or two more. This one, I want to show you this one. This particular one is still in the package, okay? And this was made in 1961. I could tell it's 1961 because when I pull it out of the package, first of all, the address, I always look for the zip code. If the address does not have a zip code, then it was made before 1963. And this was made, and this actually has the pamphlet. That's what makes a lure valuable, if it still has the pamphlet in it, because the paperwork will always dissolve. You can see the pamphlet right here. And it's really cool. It shows you all the models they made in 1961. These are all the models they made in 1961. So anyway, in collecting old tackle, I want to share that with you because of the situation. I'll put this back together now. Of them changing to a plastic lip from metal because all the metal went to the war effort. So anyway, and we'll talk more about it. I don't want to bore you with all this antique tackle stuff, but it's just fascinating to me. Always has been, and Gail loves it as much as I do. And she has some wonderful memories fishing with her dad and growing up over there on Lake Talquin. Okay, now let's. I want to show you. Speaking of catching a big bass, all these are designed to catch a big bass. Okay, and that's what we want to do. Let me show you a couple more of his pictures real quick. Okay, before we get off of them. This was the first 50 years Fred Arbogast, the Bait of Champions, and then this is his house he grew up in. That's the shop there on Main Street in Akron, Ohio, and then the 1972 catalog. So all that stuff is cool, and then it shows you the jitterbug diagram. It comes in different sizes and all that. So I just okay. So I want to just share that with you. And like I said, I really concentrate on Florida Made. Now here, this next one, talking about catching big bass. Let's go and take a break. I'll come back and show you a 14-pound bass. We'll be right back. Okay, let's take a look at our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. We're looking at 10:12 to 12:12 this morning and lunchtime, and then tonight 10:38 to 12:38. I wanted to show you the big bass. We're talking about 14-pound bass. Here it is, local. This is Versi Cruz, one of our viewers from way back. This is a mount. Okay, I want to tell you the story behind it. This is a great story. I'm going to sort of read it to you. He sent me a really nice email. And I'm just going to read to you. Hey, Winston, sorry to have the chance to check with you for a while. But anyway, he goes on talking about what an amazing job I'm doing. I said, thank you. I don't know if it's amazing, but I appreciate your compliment. But anyway, this past Saturday, it was at Gainesville Bass Pro Shop. The FWC was there holding their Trophy Catch Awards presentation. I was one of the lucky anglers that made the Hall of Fame category during this past season, season 9, and was presented with a free fiberglass reproduction mount of the bass that got me here. It weighed 14 pounds, 8 ounces. It happens to be one of my personal best, I would say. Okay, by the way, hope you like the hat I was wearing. It just so happens to be one that I received from you back when you first started out on your show. I think I might need a new one. What do you think? Okay, so here, what do you think about that cap, folks? That was a good luck cap right there. And I tell you what, Versi, anybody catches a 14-pound bass deserves a free cap from Panhandle Outdoors. So I'm gonna make sure you get a free cap. That is really nice, and that's a replica. And thank you for sharing that with us. I wish I'd known about the FWC. I wish they had contacted us about the trophy presentations down in Gainesville. I could have run down there because we were on the way to Daytona and all that. I might could have videoed some of it. But anyway, Versi, thank you for sharing that with us. And also, speaking of caps and all, I want to show you another catch. This is cool right here, wearing the cap. How about? Okay, let me see. Jeff, I lost it over here. Let me see. Here it is. Okay, this is Donna Allen posed. Donna, Bill's better half. Beautiful day on Howard's Creek. Looking to catch some catfish, and catch them we did. They caught 19 catfish. But the secret to the whole trip, what's Bill Allen, what kind of cap does he have on? A Team Panhandle Outdoors. And they just sort of went on the spur of the moment. Really, I talked to them, and we were at the fishing tour show. They were catfishing. So great picture there, Donna. Thanks for sharing that. And it's, you see now, the secret is out about actually how to catch big fish. You saw the big bass and the catfish being caught. The secret is out. Wear a Panhandle Outdoors cap. Okay, now I wanted to show, if I can find it. Got my phone ring. Here it is, right here. One of the secrets of fishing in the surf. And I've showed this before. I want to show it again because we have new viewers coming on and surf fishing right around the corner. So I'm just going to show you a really quick diagram of it. We're doing all kinds of things there. We're going this color here. So here's, okay, and I love doing this little doodle. I hope you bear with me. Okay, this is a beach right here. This is a beach and sand. Okay, right there is a beach. All that is sand. Okay, now let's change colors. Let's go into the water. Oh, here's the water. Okay, all this is water and waves coming in, wave after wave, okay? So, and then the waves come in. Now, what happens, and we've talked about this before, let's put this green. Okay, you have these little sandbars, submerged sandbars, okay? All that color green. And then, okay, then you have, and you see where I'm going with this, the sandbars go all out into here. And then what happens though, as the water, waves come in, they got to go back out. I've shown this board, they're going to go back out this way, okay? And go back out this way. This is a little cut. This area right here is a little cut that we've talked about right in here. And that washes out bait. Now this is pretty prevalent now as far as people knowing what to do because it's also can be a dangerous riptide, a rip current and all. I learned this a long time ago, and honestly how I learned it was just fishing. I mean, fishing on the beach and catching some over here, and how did I catch it? Oh, there's a little hole right there, and I always look for deep holes, and that's how I learned it. Now, all you do is go to social media and, hey, how did I catch pompano? And somebody's going, oh, well, go fish the cut. And that's how you learn it now. But to me, it's not as rewarding as going out and doing it yourself, but nevertheless, we want to share this. So what happens on it, and the fish, Let me see. The fish are going to be right here, the big old pompano. Anyway, they're going to be right there feeding. That's a pompano, okay? Use your imagination. But they'll feed right there. And that's one of the things, that's one of what I want to share with you. Also, when you're fishing, that's when you want to use natural bait and like sand fleas. And because sand fleas, actually, I've seen them do it, they'll tumble. They actually, if you look at a sand flea how it's built, it's got little claws and they're round. And when it's a really strong wave, I get tickled. Every time I go, I sort of try to find some. When the kids were small, I'd show them, you know, how they would tumble. And once they start rolling, they can't stop themselves until the water stops. So as they wash out the current, that's when the fish a lot of times eat the sand flea. That's why it's so good, such a good bait there. But I wanted to share that with you. And I know Mike McGraw has learned how to do that and doing a really good job catching fish in the surf like that. So as you get ready for spring fishing, be aware of that and share that information with folks that are asking for it, and tell them to experiment around. Keep in mind, that cup may not be there next year or into the summer. With all the beach erosion and all, those gaps move. I know because I go to fish some of the same spots and the gap ain't there. But I know, I keep looking, it's got to be somewhere. So that's when you start looking for them. And it's still like fun trying to find them all because you're not going to go right to it. So that's the secret of surf fishing that a lot of folks are doing now. For a while in the early years, nobody really was doing much of that unless they were just a hardcore surf fisherman and didn't have anything better to do like I did. Okay, that's how I learned, and I really appreciate those learning years I had. Okay, I got to wrap it up. Big show. Got some guests coming up next couple of days and some good stuff coming up. So y'all enjoy your day today. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Do something good today for fellow man. Enjoy the beautiful Florida Panhandle outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.